Hey, am I live or am I whatever? Okay, let's give it a few minutes. Yeah, we'll start a poll. Who's here? Somebody's here. Ask a question. Okay. Okay, start the poll. Okay, now. I'll get this out of the way. Oh my god. All right. Okay, I guess that's good. All right. I don't know whoever's here if they're as you see, I put up a poll. Is it showing? Is my sound okay? Whoever's here, can you help me? See if my sound is all right. I'm not going to be able to be on very long, maybe probably a half an hour, if that. I'm at the library in Bellingham, but they close early on Saturday, so I won't be able to go very long, just till 6 o'clock, or not even. It has to be like 5:45. So how is my sound, and is the poll showing that I put up? Anyone? I don't know. By the time people get here, I'll probably have to shut the damn thing down. No one's going to answer me. Well, I'll just practice. Can you hear me? Okay. I can't tell in here. I haven't been here for quite a while. So I got out of the habit. I haven't done a live stream in a couple months, I guess it's been now. Okay, well, I guess it's just a trial run till I get back into the swing of it again. I've had a lot of things I've been up against. A lot of things kind of keeping me. They're trying to keep me down, so I'm trying to do what I can to, like, I guess, fight back against the system. And I think the best way to do that is just to take the best care of ourselves as possible. Like maybe, starting with the diet, which I put a heavy emphasis on. My water's number one thing is my salt water. I'll be making a video of that soon. I've just been trying to work through in my mind the different things I want to say in there so I can help people not be confused as to what to do. Because there's a lot of people that are interested in doing it, but they don't know how to measure the salt and stuff like that. So I'll do just like a short video, and then we could talk about it on the next live stream. So whoever might be interested in doing that, because that's like the best thing you could possibly do right now. The best thing you could do is find good water, because it's getting to be difficult to even find good water now. It's contaminated in, I guess, various different ways. So I'm using bottled water from the springs, like Crystal Springs water, and adding the salt to that. And I drink a gallon a day of water with 4 teaspoons of salt in it. So, I mean, I set it out each day. I put in the amount of salt to use throughout the whole day. And then the first drink of the day, so we'll give you like a little thing to what the video will be about. And then I drink up to 2 liters or 2 quarts. So that's part of the confusion there, is in different parts of the world, there's different ways of measuring things, different amounts. Like some people use the imperial system like we do here in the United States, and then there's digital, in other parts of, based on like centimeters and liters for liquids and different sizes. But the teaspoon should be correct. There's different amounts of grams in each teaspoon, and it also matters what type of salt you're using, if it's fine or coarse or anywhere in between. And I mix different salts together, but that's the best thing you could do at this time and that's the best way to fight back against the system, is just take care of yourselves, go within, find your answers, don't look for saviors and other people to try to do for you what you should do for yourself. So that's the best way to move forward. Oh, hi Pandora, how you doing? So good. I don't know, my thing is not reflecting the correct thing, I don't think. It's hard to tell what they're doing with me, and I have all these pop-ups coming up here. So what's happening on the Owen scene? I pop in every once in a while, but I've been kind of like busy I've got a lot of things dealing with right now. And one of the biggest ones is trying to get another vehicle to replace the RV that I just bought. It hasn't even been a year yet. That just broke down, and I'm still living in it, but it's raining inside of it and all kind of craziness going on. It's just, things are very difficult right now for me. And I don't know, for those of you who know that I used to come on like once a week, and then it's been like 2 months now or something. I know he is. Man, all the shit that he does, it's crazy. I don't know, it's been almost 4 years since I went to Sandpoint and tried to talk to him, but he wouldn't let me do it. He was just too afraid. He just didn't know who I was and where I came from and what I'm about or anything. And he was like caught off guard, and he just really didn't know what to say or do or anything. And he tried, what do you want? What do you want here? You want money? You want money? It was good to see him like all frazzled like that, because he didn't know what to make of me, and he didn't know what my intents were. So What do you say? More important than him. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, well, I can't go anywhere until I get another vehicle because the RV I got is just totaled. It's literally raining inside of the RV, raining down. There's just so much damage to the top of it because of the some and like I hit into a overhang, raining down. There's just so much damage to the top of it because of the some and like I hit into a overhang, which was my fault, but it was also their fault because it was new and they did not put up any clearance sign at all. And so I had that damage. And then just in May, it's been like months now, I'm trying to deal with this guy that pulled out of a parking spot and hit into me as I was driving by, and then he tried to blame it on me. So I'm going through all that craziness of trying to get that sorted out, and it's not being helpful through the insurance company, my own insurance company, and he's trying to go after my insurance company. I said, don't you dare pay him. So I can't go anywhere until I get another vehicle, and I don't think I'm going to get anything from him. I don't even know where I'm at. My insurance company is not being, very helpful. Either the person I'm calling and going into the office where I have my farmer's insurance is not being very helpful. And then I just went in there the other day. He told me he'll have her call. That was a week ago, and there's still no call. So I don't know what to do. I'm just screwed. Okay, what do you think? Well, I usually do go to Southern California when I go south. And I do go to Arizona too. I go to Quartzsite. And I went a couple times to Slab City, which is California. More like Slob City. I won't go there anymore. I don't like it. I just don't like the energy there. But it's okay at Quartzsite. The People's Republic of Santa Monica, I don't know what that is. Or was it a hangover? What's a hangover? I don't know if you're talking about me, but I don't drink, so I don't know what you're talking about. The weather will be less painful and they will take better care of you. I never heard of that, so you'll have to tell me more about it. So I'm sure you can confirm my recommendation. What do you mean by that? I'm not sure what you're saying. Sedona, yeah, I used to live in Phoenix, so I went to Sedona when I lived there. I lived there for 3 years, and I ended up getting valley fever there. If anybody knows what valley fever is, it's a fungus that I got and had to have my lung removed because of this fungus I got. So people know of it. Animals can get it too. Oh, the overhang. There was the overhang of the building. They had just put it up. And somebody told me that I should sue them because it's their fault for not having that information and stuff up there to warn me or anything. But then it turns out that it's an Indian, like a native Indian on the native land, so you can't sue them. You can't. So they're protected. Yeah, I wouldn't go there I wouldn't go there anymore to Sedona because I've already been there and there's nothing really there for me. So I've already seen it. I want to go to where I want to go, but I can't go. I guess I won't be able to go until next year to Maine. There's only 5 states, one of them being Maine, that I haven't been to yet, and they're all up in the, what do you call it, the New England states, all the little ones like Rhode Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire. So I haven't been to those. So once I do that, I'll be to all the states in the continental United States, and then after that, I'll go at some point. Hopefully, we'll go to Alaska, where I've never been to. So I've been all over the country. I've been to Europe. I've been to other, I don't travel. I don't go by plane anymore. I haven't been on a plane since the turn of the century, since what happened back in September, way back when. And I ain't going through all that. I ain't bending over and letting nobody fucking do that shit, make me take my shoes off. And I just ain't gonna do it. So luckily I traveled a lot, when I was younger, and did like a whole, most of Europe. I had a Eurail pass and I was traveling all over and stuff. So that was cool. Even the sun isn't good there. The sun isn't any good anywhere now because it's not even the real sun, in my opinion. It's not all it is. I think it's some type of projector or something that's covering. I remember the sun back, like from the 50s and 60s when it was yellow, almost orange. And now that is not the sun that I knew. And I don't know how they gradually changed it so you couldn't see it happening, but they have their technology to do all this shit they want to do and everything. So I don't know what you mean by the sun isn't good there. This thing's in the way again. Oh, I know. I have to hit something. Just do that. Okay. So, yeah. I don't know. It's been so friggin' hot here. Today it was a break. It was in the mid upper 80s today, but like yesterday and the day before, it was like pushing 100. It was in the 90s, so it got pretty hot here. So it was, pretty miserable. But it's nice sleeping weather, so that's good, I guess. Hey, Al Sharpo, how you doing? Yep, you remember when the sun used to be yellow? I mean, it was so yellow, it was almost orange, that yellow. And then when it set, I mean, sometimes, it was almost red. Now, I don't know if it does that. I don't know. I haven't been really watching the sunsets like lately. It's just this, to me, I look at the sky and it looks so artificial with all the, everybody's saying how beautiful it is with all these pinks and reds and stuff, but that's lithium. And the lithium is really affecting me a lot. My vertigo, does anyone else have vertigo? To know what that's about, what that's like to be so off balance all the time? Like when I stand up in the RV, it's like, whoa, A lot of times I'm sitting on an angle too, so that makes it worse. So anyhow. So is anyone, well, there's not, I don't know how many people are actually here now because it doesn't, YouTube is messing with me so bad. And that's part of the reason why I haven't been on for quite a while. So, and plus I got put in jail for, they gave me another strike and deleted my video, my last, I don't know if it was the last live stream that I did. They took it down. So anyhow, so I can't really be on here much too long. I got like maybe 10 minutes before I have to get out of here. So, but I guess so I can't really do what I wanted to do. I wanted to see if anybody else had a near-death experience that they wanted to share about. And because I'm hearing like all of a sudden a lot of people had them. Like the one I had was back in would have been the early 80s when I had it. And I'm wondering if people who are saying that they had them and they have all these elaborate experiences, I'm wondering if there's some type of download they're getting, because I didn't have all that. I mean, I saw the light that people talk about, and I felt the love bombing, and that was all. I didn't get a life review. I didn't see all these glorious, I didn't have anybody there to meet me. And maybe that's because they say, like, if you expect who you expect to be there, I mean, if you're religious and into Jesus, you're going to expect to see Jesus, and you probably will then. And I don't have religion. I don't do politics. I don't, I'm really disconnected from my whole family, except for my daughter and, her family. But other than that, I have no family connections of all the dead people, even my younger siblings and stuff. not really, I was close to my one brother who died really young, but there was nobody there. If anybody, it would have been my brother. You know, a lot of people see Jesus or whoever or their family members, or so I just wonder if any of these people have more than one near-death experience, if anybody has. So that's what my goal is, to try to find out that if anybody who has had one NDE, if they've had multiples, more than one. I haven't heard anybody. So why isn't it that people don't experience it more than once? So I guess I can't really, if no one here has had it, then we'll just ignore that. Oh, somebody said, someone said, let me see. So one person had it. So I don't know who the person is, and if they want to talk about it or say if they agree, or their remembrance of it is like what other people are saying. Like they're talking about all these elaborate cities and going all these, I don't know, mine just seemed like it was really short, and it wasn't really involved in stuff. But I wonder if anybody has more than one, is what I'm leading up to. I'm going to be pulling people to see, or asking people. I don't really run into people like in real life that I can talk about these kind of things. You know, most of the people are just normies, and there's nobody around here that I can talk to. Well, maybe a little bit, but not like a lot of the things that I would want to talk about. You know, there's a young couple that I can talk to about some things. He seems to know a lot of some of the stuff going on, but then I don't know how far I could go with that in depth. So I don't really have many people to talk to on a level I want to talk to. Okay, thank you. I had a ride, overdose of morphine from a Florida emergency room. Wow. God said all we have to do is take care of each other. That's it. We're living through a war for our souls. So, so you overdosed and died from the overdose. Like I was strangled and choked out until I was dead, I guess. I mean, he choked me to death. And then that happened, and then I came back alive and didn't have I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't have anybody there. I don't know if you had people, like I guess people see Jesus, or I don't know who, other Buddha or whoever, what people believe in. Strongest of the fittest mentally, huh? Well, I'm just, the one thing I'd like to, encourage people to do, that, like, in order to fight back with what is going on, and is to stay focused on yourself and take good care of yourself, feed yourself the best things you can do. Try to, do the water, the salt water, if you can get over people need to, like everybody I talk to try to tell them this is like the best thing you could possibly do at this time. But you got to have good water, and that's like kind of hard to find. But if you have a water distiller, that would be great, because you don't want to drink distilled water without salt in it, because otherwise you'd be leaching the minerals. It's going to attract to the distilled water, and you're going to leach the minerals out of your body. So that's why you put the salt into the distilled water, and then you're adding the minerals that are already in balance. You don't have to take this, that, and the other, all these different things. And anyway, just remember who makes the supplements. They are made by the pharmaceutical industry is making the supplements. Do you think they're going to give you something good for you? I mean, look what they're doing with the medicine, and, people taking, all these different types of medicine. And pretty much all diseases All conditions relate back to dirty blood. And this helps to clean out your blood. It's just all dirty, and it just manifests. If you compare the differences in different diseases of all the, especially the newer ones, they're basically all the same symptoms, and that's all they do. And doctors only treat symptoms. They never go for the cause, the root cause of it. They don't. They just have their list of stuff to give you, and then you take it, and that's just the slow, I can't say it, but you know what I mean. I'm sure you know what I mean. So anyway, well, I have a couple minutes if anyone wants to ask anything before I go. So I guess there was only just you, El Sharpo. I guess. I don't think it, yeah, same. So you're the only one, I'm guessing that. So anywho, I'm going to have to get off pretty soon. So I thought they were I thought I could, when I got here, there was already people in the room. There's 2 rooms here. And I was at the farmer's market today, and I helped my friend close up. So I didn't get here early enough. And I had to wait until 5 o'clock anyway, just to get the room. And then it took it was actually like quarter after by the time I started. So I'm not being able to do it as much as I would like. So I guess that's my half hour of time. And I usually go a couple hours. So I might end up just doing shorter live streams instead of longer ones, but I still have to have a place to do it. And this is down in another city than where I'm at. So I have to drive all the way back. I'm like 20 miles away from where I usually am or go, my neighborhood, my area where I hang out. So, but I come down for the market almost every Saturday, and then I'll start going every other Saturday. Or if it rains, I won't go. But that's where I get the bulk of my food is at the farmer's market. I get my meat there, my beef steaks, and I get yogurt, and I get fish, and I do get some vegetables, but the vegetables that are given to me, I will take. Like I gave somebody something today, and she gave me, she says, here, she gave me cabbage and green pepper and all this stuff, like she just felt grateful for what I gave her. So then I'll probably make some coleslaw out of that. And then my other friend that I help with he's my farmer friend that I help him with, his booth and stuff like that. And he gives me some food and stuff like that. So I don't usually buy vegetables because people don't realize that vegetables are undigestible cellulose. And I guess if you're going to eat them, it's best to eat them raw, but even they're just not digestible. So, but I noticed that I hadn't had any meat for like a while, like a couple of weeks. And I just guess my protein was down. I get what protein I usually get is from my raw milk. That's where I get most of my nutrients is from the raw dairy. I get cheese, raw cheese and stuff. I haven't been eating bread, and because that like just blows me up, and it's probably just not really all that good. I only get sourdough bread, but I haven't been doing that for a while now. So I kind of wasn't doing it, and then I started letting myself do it, and then I just had to stop again, as much as I love it. But I don't eat a whole lot. I only eat one meal a day. And then I might have like a little snack later. But I usually quit eating like 5 o'clock, and then I don't eat again until like 9 or 10 the next day. So I go like 14 to 16 hours fasting every day, every single day. And then I drink my water. First thing when I get up, I do 2 liters of salted water until I flush myself. Every day I do a flush.
May I have your attention?
Okay, I see they're closing down now, so I have to get off. Well, thanks for coming, everyone. And I'll try to get back on sooner again. try to get back into the swing of it. I just guess I got a little, I don't know, just things weren't lining up for me. Every time I tried to do a live stream, something would happen to keep me from doing it. And then I had that incident with YouTube, giving me a strike and taking me down and doing all that shit. So I got kind of discouraged from that. But I'm trying to come back from that and get back into the swing of it again. So I'll try to get back on again, as soon as I can. Oh, somebody else said, oh, wait. I don't know what this means, but I might have a second here to, shoot, it's not even opening it for me. Okay, so I guess it looks like a couple of people did have a near-death experience. I'm guessing like 2 did and 3 didn't. So, okay, well, thank you for doing that, and we'll talk more about it next time. And I hope everyone is doing well. Okay, till then, à tout à l'heure.